They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium, home of the Raiders, right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on last year's national champions, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. And he's coming out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Barry. Bringing the heat. Floating away. Going to try to get it himself. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but, man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Got his man on the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. You better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And the Seminoles come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The offense stays on the field. Opening drive, still in their own territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. Under fire. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on fourth down with the heat.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Martin. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
From the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. They'll run the toss. Can't get him to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, right at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge. Came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Looking downfield, it's Sperry. He fires one deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. They're coming off a national championship, but you do wonder if this season will be a season of complacency or a drive for another title.
Well, I mean, what a season last year to put that together, to win a natty, to make your dreams come true. But, Jesse, now it's reloading with all the high school recruiting pool and all the other stuff that goes with it.
Yeah, they lost a lot of key pieces off that national championship team a year ago, but they also added a lot of talent. That's why this fan base is hoping for back-to-back national championships.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle, love the team defense.
The Seminoles will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Right on the money. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And the Seminoles didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover zero, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
They think there's room to run to the right here. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Caught near the sticks. It's Jones. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Great protection there. Plenty of time to sit in the pocket and let his receiver work across the formation.
And he did a great job working across the formation, finding a hole, quarterback, good timing, waiting on it. Nice strike.
Looking for space. It's Martin. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Trying the left side. And he's knocked down in the backfield, but man, how many tackles did he escape before he was finally brought down?
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. These two guys, and it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. They'll move the tight end. Trying to beat him to the left. Lowers those pads. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And the Buckeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. Using his feet. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Third and goal, where the strong come through. He's looking to throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Right down the boulevard. And the first points of the day come on that field goal play. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Working that left side now. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Noles want to pick up the tempo.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Using his legs, it's Powell. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, and they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Dumps it to the back. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their heads start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Complete. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. Here comes the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Yeah, and those corner routes are tough to throw for an offense. You try to force it, in between coverage a lot of times, and you can tell it's great defense. Nice job getting the hand in the air, getting it on the football, and making sure that receiver can't make a play.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Going over the top. He's got it. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got it in the middle. It's Martin. Oh, he's got some space. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, and still on his feet. Touchdown, Ohio State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Under fire. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Noles will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the pass game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the 1st half. And so this 1st drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the 2nd half.
After the good pickup on that one. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. my guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Toss sweep to the right. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. And they can't make the connection.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Looking for room at the 30. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And the Buckeyes are flying down the field. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point,
He's got it on the right. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius.
There he goes. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
To throw, it's Sperry. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So after getting into the end zone in that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Got the quick completion. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. Motion from the back. To give to the big fullback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He's looking to throw on third and short. He's got him wide open. Speeding down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Louisville may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from L&N Stadium every time. The Cards have been racking up road wins since the Lee Corso days, and they'll get another one today. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, If you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the Seminoles want to move quickly.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. Might be looking to run. Hit as he throws. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on fourth down. Trailing. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick, and guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Let's send the tight end in motion. He's looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Wants to throw on first down. Unleashes to the end zone. Intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Second interception of the day for the Seminoles. It's like they've run a secondary out there with Deion Sanders, Terrell Buckley, and Lee Corso.
And what does Deion say? Look good, feel good, play good, get paid good. These guys in the secondary making plays. This man might have made himself some money at the next level.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Oh, they're after him. Pulls it in. It's Gibson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Seminoles in the hurry up. Looking for a man. It's Sperry. Using the quick game. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And this is how you do it when you're on defense. Continue to apply pressure. Don't stop. Get him in passing situations. Pin those ears back. And Jesse, just keep coming.
Yeah, David, as a quarterback, man, it's hard not to allow that sequence of plays to affect you as this game moves on. 2 plays in a row now you've been sacked. And you're starting to wonder now, hey, can my guys up front get the job done? I mean, can they actually protect me, or am I going to be running for my life the rest of this game?
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's loose. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And the only time it's okay to stretch the ball out and fumble the football is on 4th down and short. It's on 4th down and goal when you have to lay out and you have to reach that football. You could tell he was trying to maybe reach that football, coughed it up. Defense forces the fumble, gets the stop on 4th down.
Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
On the set.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. Trying to find the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. Quickly complete. Give him 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
And the Seminoles headed quickly to the line. Back to pass, it's Sperry. Catch in the middle, it's Powell. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on first down. Finds his man, it's Powell. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30. The Seminoles in a good spot here with second and short.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon, and a guy this defense has got to be ready for that.
And the Noles really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Noles! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Handoff to the single running back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the marker, it's Jones. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
I think most offensives around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Ohio State.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Quick completion to the right. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll ride his man on the option. Leaves it with the running back. Powers through the defender. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And And the Buckeyes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davis.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Buckeyes line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football on the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Notre Dame escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think the Irish fans there today could have done without this one being so close. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Gets it out quickly. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Throwing right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick strike complete. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Looking to get it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Now on the move. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Time is against them. Still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
What a game. We had a furious fight all the way to the final ticks, and that one is going to be remembered forever.
And I think when you're the #1 team in the country, you're coming in expecting to win. You're the favorites. Everybody's talking about you. You have all the momentum. You're the loved college football team in all of the land. To come in today, they played a competitive game, Jesse, but that's an inferior opponent they just lost to.
That's true. They've got to be more consistent moving forward as the #1 team. And we saw flashes today of why they were the #1 ranked team. We know they've got talent, but you've got to start fast. You can't shoot yourself in the foot. You can't have penalties. You can't turn the ball over. You can't have the lapses in concentration we saw today that led to them losing.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.